Can you hear me? All right. Good morning, Goof. And welcome to the Greenville Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. My name is Joe Kyle, and I have the pleasure of serving as the president-elect of the Board of Trustees in our community. Whether you have been with us on Sundays for a long time or are visiting us for the first time today, we welcome you to our service. This congregation is diverse in beliefs, with participation open to all who agree to embrace our covenant, mission, and values, regardless of your partisanship or lack thereof. We are a welcoming congregation to people of all sexual orientations and gender identities, races, ethnicities, and abilities. We unconditionally welcome you as your full, authentic self to our community of care, spiritual growth, and personal growth. Our congregational mission is to strengthen our connections to one another and our planet by enlivening minds and spirits, building community through liberating love, and advocating fiercely for justice. It is a custom in this congregation to acknowledge visitors and newcomers. If it's your first time here, would you mind raising your hand so that we can acknowledge you? Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm supposed to grab the prop. All are invited to join us for coffee after the service. New and newish folks are invited to grab a green mug that looks like this, located just inside the door of the fellowship hall, so we can easily spot you and speak to you during our coffee hour. You are also welcome to fill out one of the gold cards located in the pew in front of you, so you can stay informed regarding all of our activities. Simply drop the card in the offering basket or in the box at the hello table in the foyer. Please know that whatever your religious history, whatever your spirituality, all people of goodwill are welcome here. Your presence makes us better. Your presence makes us whole. Our service will now begin.
Good morning, Goof. My name is Candy Kern, and I have the pleasure of serving this congregation on the Sunday Services Committee. And for our chalice lighting today, I'd like to share with you a reading that's adapted from Brian Anthony's. It's called Overcome. Sometimes a storm emerges without any warning, without any sign. You never see it coming. A whirlwind of darkness, uprooting the present and cascading shadows over the future. A true collision of disruption and despair. Life all of a sudden consumed by chaos. Faith unraveling as it disappears into the cries of the sky. In the midst of heartache, one must decide to either dwell in the disaster or learn to weather it. The storm can break you or build you. It's in this moment of clarity that one can begin to fight their way out of the darkness. It's in this moment of grace that one stops running from the storm and starts following the rainbow. Despite the aches of the journey, be led to a place that then can only be found. A place of courage, a place of beauty, a place of becoming. This is what it means to overcome. This is what it means to survive. Although storms bring destruction, they also bring strength. And sometimes in that moment, we learn that we are more powerful than anything that tried to break us. That darkness can never stop us from making our own light.
Call to worship, the way. Friend, I have lost the way. The way leads on. Is there another way? The way is one. I must retrace the track. It's lost and gone. But back, I must travel back. None goes there, none. Then I'll make here my place. The road runs on. Stand still and set my face. The road leaps on. Stay here forever, stay. None stays here, none. I cannot find the way. The way leads on. Oh, places I have passed. That journey's done. And what will come at last? The way leads on. Edwin Muir. And now, our opening hymn, number 318, We Will Be One. Please rise, stand if you are able, and join.
Good morning. Anybody of any age is welcome to come up and join the story and listen to the story with me. I'm obviously not David Funderburg. I'm a lot shorter. But if we have any young people that would like to come up and hear the story, or anyone of any age, just come sit on the stairs or in a pew and join me, please. Everybody's shy this morning. Okay. We have a brave soul. We have two. We have three. Good morning. So our story today is Little Mole Finds Hope. And it's also going to be up on the screen too, but I'll show the book to you guys. Little Mole was sad. He lay in his burrow deep underground, and he put his head in his paws. Little Mole, whatever is wrong? Asked Mama. I just don't know, Mama, sniffed Little Mole, but I don't feel good inside. I'm sad. Y'all ever have times you're sad? What you need is hope, Mama said. Hope? What's hope? Where do I find it? Little Mole asked. Come with me, Mama said, as she took hold of Little Mole's paw. Sometimes hope is hiding in the darkness. Sometimes it's hard to see, but it's always there. You just have to find it. Mama led her son gently out of the dark burrow and up toward the light. But on their way out of the tunnel, Mama stopped. Do you see this bulb, Little Mole? She asked. Mama pointed to a bulb squashed in the dark earth. It was brown, wrinkled, and lifeless. It's dead, Mama, said Little Mole. No, my dear, Mama whispered softly. The bulb is not dead. Sometime soon it'll feel the warmth of the sun, and it'll begin to grow and push its way out of the deep, cold earth. And one day this bulb will become a beautiful yellow daffodil. Close your eyes, Little Mole. Can you see it dancing in the wind? Yes, Mama, cried Little Mole. I see it. I see it. That's hope, Mama said. Little Mole and Mama reached the top of the burrow where the sun was shining. Look up, Little Mole, Mama said. What do you see? Little Mole looked up. He saw woodpeckers sitting in the trees, but the branches were bare. They stretched out like skeleton bones silhouetted against the sky. They're dead, Mama, said Little Mole. No, my dear, Mama whispered softly. The trees are not dead. One day soon, buds will appear, and these branches will be covered in bright green leaves. Close your eyes, Little Mole. Can you see them dancing in the wind? Yes, Mama, cried Little Mole. I see them. I see them. That is hope, said Mama. Little Mole and his mama scurried along the edge of the woods until they came to Mr. Rabbit's garden. An old brown flower pot was lying on the side in the soil. Under the rim, something small and shriveled was hanging. It's dead, Mama, said Little Mole. No, my dear, Mama whispered softly. This chrysalis is not dead. One day soon, the butterfly growing inside it will burst out of its shell. She will spread her wings and fly free among the flowers. Close your eyes, Little Mole, said Mama. Can you see her dancing in the wind? Yes, Mama, cried Little Mole. I see her. I see her. That is hope, said Mama. Little Mole and his mama went home. I had a wonderful day today, Mama, Little Mole said happily. Now I know there's always hope, even in the darkest places. Mama smiled as she tucked Little Mole into bed, pulled his quilt up under his chin, and kissed him goodnight. And Little Mole closed his eyes and fell fast asleep, dreaming of yellow daffodils, green trees, and beautiful butterflies dancing together in the wind. And that's the end of the story. So if y'all will now sing the children out, I think someone's going to meet them in the back to take them downstairs. You're staying in today. Okay, so it's an all-people service, so you get to stay in today. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Unitarian Universalism is a vision of a world filled with peace, justice, love, and joy. That vision is embodied in its congregations. Each one depends on its congregants through their commitment of time, energy, resources to make that vision real, individually and collectively. We are Unitarian Universalists, building a world filled with peace, justice, love, and joy. The offering will now be given and gratefully received. And during the offering, there will be a slideshow that will be playing of Morgan Edwards, who is the inspiration for Morgan's Hope, which is our lay-led service today. The offering will now be taken and gratefully received. It's custom in our fellowship to share the joys and the sorrows that shape our lives, honoring each one with the lighting of a candle. We all have moments of celebration and struggle. By sharing these experiences with one another, we can support and uplift each other on our journeys. We only have one today. A while back, poet Glennis Redmond spoke at one of our services and shared her stories and battles along with her beautiful poetry. I wanted to share an update that I saw on Instagram that Glennis and her grandson Julian completed their trek across all of the South Carolina state parks and have become ultimate outsiders. You can visit SC State Parks on Instagram to see their story. We're so happy for you, Glennis and Julian. And that's from Jessica Davis. And then we'll light one final candle representing all the joys and sorrows present in our hearts that remain unspoken. And we will now observe a brief moment of silence before Karen gives the meditation words.
The reading is called Transcendental Etude. No one ever told us we had to study our lives, make of our lives a study, as if learning natural history or music, that we should begin with the simple exercises first and slowly go on trying the hard ones, practicing till strength and accuracy become one with the daring to leap into transcendence. And in fact, we can't live like that. We take on everything at once before we've even begun to read or mark time. We're forced to begin in the midst of the hardest movement, the one already sounding as we are born. Adrienne Rich. And if you would rise if you are able and sing the hymn, which is Coming Home.
It's custom in our fellowship that when Reverend Chris is in the pulpit, we share ministry with her by being worship associates. And when she's not in the pulpit, we also follow our tradition of lay leadership and lay speakers, and that's what we have today. Being the B team, I missed a joy. So I'm going to read that joy, and then I'm going to introduce you to the wonderful Karen Conrad. And that joy is from Laura Christenberry. It says, "A huge candle of joy for my brother-in-law, Bob. After 2.5 years of getting all his nutrition and liquids from a G-tube, he slated to have it removed in December. Even on the worst days getting radiation for 6 weeks in chemo, he thought of others staying at the Hope Lodge in Charleston. He stocked the kitchen with spices and oils and etc., so that others staying there could have tasty meals. You see, cooking is his love language, and that's been the hardest part for me to watch, is his not being able to eat. And I apologize for missing that. And I introduce you today to Karen Conrad. Karen's been a member of our congregation for 25 plus years. After losing her son, Morgan Edwards, she started Morgan's Hope 2 years ago. And today you're going to hear about that. So let me introduce you today to Karen Conrad.
Thank you, Candy. Actually, that was both myself and my husband, Michael Edwards, who started Morgan's Hope. And it's hard to believe our 2 years have gone by already. I want to begin with a poem that helps lead me into things. It's by Joey Fasano. It's called To a Life in Despair. Don't go to the bridge. Don't wake in your coat in the morning light and carry those stones into the river. Don't find your father's pistol in the attic, hidden in the family albums. Don't pour the pills into the whiskey, the walls dissolving like your childhood. Don't. Just don't choose not to wake. Stay. Just stay. Tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. You can always walk alone into the darkness, but not yet, not yet, not this soon. I don't have a reason to give you. All I have is the morning and the autumn wind and the child you once were in the darkness, looking at the new moon through the ruins, saying, "Save me, save me, save me." And the moon looking back with her vacant face, saying, "I promise, I stone cold promise, that the face of utter hopelessness is the face of something just about to change." Losing a child is truly the worst possible thing, especially a bright light like Morgan. This poem, although it alludes to self-harm, obviously, that wasn't really Morgan's problem. He loved to be alive. It was more a problem for me when he was no longer here alive. And you crawl through it somehow. You just keep going forward. He left behind a grandson for me, beautiful child, and he left behind tons of friends, and he left behind a ton of memories. And you just have to keep moving on. And you do. People ask you how you're doing. I'm all right, I'm all right, I'm all right. And you're thinking, if you only knew. But you choose to keep going. At least I did. And the only way to really resolve everything that happened was to do something to keep it from happening to others. Morgan had been in a really wonderful place in Charleston. And he had been doing incredibly well. And we were hoping that he could continue on in a place like that had structure. It was kind of isolated, frankly. If you wanted to walk out of there, it would take you a long time to get to the Circle K. it was hard to get in trouble. And that was a real blessing. He wound up at a halfway, an Oxford house, a transitional type of living arrangement with a little bit more freedom. And the detective said that the pill looked just like a Xanax, but it had fentanyl and xylazine in it. It was pressed to look just like a Xanax. And you think, well, what if there was more cameras? What if there were more roommates checking on each other? What if we hadn't gone to that movie that night and just gone to Charleston, spur of the moment? Maybe one more time. But you have to keep moving forward. I would like to think that Morgan is proud of what we've done, because we don't want anyone else to go through this, and of course it will happen. Morgan's hope has been, actually now we have a few young men, gentlemen there who have been with us for about a year and a half, and Saturday, we opened up another house. We signed the papers last Saturday. And we're going to have now a fifth house. And what we do is we provide a structured environment. It's a 12-step place. And they do have to go attend meetings, outside ones and within their own house. And they have to have employment. We help them get it. If they don't have a GED, we can help them do that. We're in network right now with Recovery Centers of America, RCA, and they are providing us with persons right from detox, so we know that they've gone through that process. And this has been a very helpful thing, but we can do even more. The house that we're going to acquire this week coming up now can accommodate, I think, 8, and it's very large. We have another large one where they can have meetings in the backyard, and we also have 3 apartment units. We're hoping for a 6th house so that I can be a women's director, so we can start providing for that group as well. And we do have chores they have to do. They have to maintain obviously their own rooms, their chores. We go about, we have a van, 2 vans now, and we go about to the food banks and we start collecting, and we plan meals, and we help them with their visitation, transportation. We help get them jobs. We help them with their legal problems. The problem with Greenville County, of course, is how expensive things are here. So, although the RCA gentlemen come in, they're taken care of to begin with by RCA. The idea is to, in time, get people to a point where they're stable. And if they want to leave, they can. But it's a 90-day program, as we have it set up now. And putting everything, and we have, putting everything into that has been what's kept us going. And I just want to thank my husband, Mike. He's been an absolute champ. I'm amazed at how quickly things have gone. It's every time we turn around, it seems like we have more and more need. So we want to keep going. And I'll be sitting out at the table. We've got business cards, thank you, Bo. And I didn't have time to put together a pamphlet, but we'll do that too. We have a website, morganshope.net. And, I welcome you to take a look at it and give me any suggestions that you may have. But if you're going to keep going, sometimes the way to do it is through service. That, trying to express yourself, and recalling the good memories, not just the bad ones. But you want to give meaning and value to that which is important to you, that which you love. And I certainly hope that Morgan's Hope will continue and that we can help more and more people, because the need is great. And we don't want to have any parent go through this. So far, so good. Knock on linoleum. We have had to kick a few out. We do drug testing pretty frequently. And we make certain, because that's what's needed, is guardrails for a lot of people, and structure, and something to thrive for, something bigger that they can aim at. So I hope that if you know anyone who could use such a situation, or perhaps a woman, when we get that put together, which is probably sooner rather than later, I welcome you to send them to me or my husband, and we will do our best to be worthy for Morgan's memory. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Now, if you all will rise as you're willing and able and sing hymn number 308, The Blessings of the Earth and Sky.
Thank
please join with me by saying the words on the screen as we extinguish our chalice? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And for the benediction, Mary Oliver, everything that was broken. Everything that was broken has forgotten its brokenness. I live now in a sky house. Through every window, the sun. Also, your presence. Our touching, our stories, earthly and holy both. How can this be? But it is. Every day has something in it whose name is forever. Blessed be.